Now, you told us last time you were on 2K TV that you were looking forward the most to playing Ty Debo, and now here you are in the championship round. The whole community is looking forward to it. What does that mean to you personally to play someone that you know and also play one of the best My Team players in the world?
I believe it's 100% better as a whole because, like, you're playing one of your main mans, like Lab and Wise, coming up to 250. Like, me and him were playing back and forth. Even though he's off Xbox, he was coming to PlayStation.
Welcome, fans. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
Here we go. And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Lopez in at center. From deep, James DiVincenzo with the rebound. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. So it's the Lakers now after the basket by Milwaukee. Morris kicks to Caldwell Pope. The three-pointer, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
They get the rebound. Kicks it down to Middleton. To the inside. Gasol with the steal. And here they go. James, no good.
0 for 3 now in the early going. Just a little bit out of sync.
Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. He gets it in there.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Now here's Giannis. 26 points for him last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Lakers trail by 6. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. No good from outside. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. Here's Lopez. Gasol with the defensive effort. The Lakers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. No good on the triple.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Here's Morris. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Gasol finds Caldwell Pope. Here's Morris. Right side Gasol. Shot clock at 6. Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
I love that. You see the poise of Gasol running the offense to perfection.
Giannis against Morris. Lopez. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
James looking around. Morris outside. Three-pointer. Milwaukee with the rebound. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Now DiVincenzo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Caldwell Pope against Giannis. Buries it down low.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
In the corner, it's James. Lets it go with a three. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. DiVincenzo against Caldwell Pope. Passes it to Middleton. Shoots the three. That shot, no good. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working.
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, we've got DJ Augustine, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. Here's Horton Tucker. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well. Defensively, you want to take away LeBron's driving lanes, but his speed and power still went out.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Inside, here's Horton Tucker. Makes it off the glass. Horton Tucker's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now here is Augustine. Defense is right there. Portis can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 8. Out to the wing. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And here's Kuzma. He's coming off a 25-point game against Sacramento. Off target from outside.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Here is Forbes. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Craig, good.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Down low, here's Caruso. Here's Harrell. Out to Kuzma. Back to Harrell. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Portis. Here is Forbes. He is defended by Harrell. Forbes the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Bobby Portis, when he's rolling to the basket, he's now under more control.
And Steve, as we get into the middle of the season, do you feel we have a good idea of who the contenders are at this point?
The major forces, Kevin, you know for sure where they are. There are always some teams you can't tell if they're legit or not just yet.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Schroeder kicks to LeBron. Stolen by Middleton. Fast break, Milwaukee. The tray. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
He can't hit that time. Good D by Lopez. Bucks leading by 12. From deep. Middleton can't get it to go. Caldwell Pope with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Gasol passes to Harrell. And the shot goes down. Harrell's got 4 points this quarter.
What a great shot. This is why Harrell shoots over 60% for his career.
Holiday surveying the floor. Tries from 10. Yep, it counts. Holiday's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bucks.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Schroeder against Holiday. Gasol inside to the paint. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo against Caldwell Pope. Middleton outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Giannis has got 12.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points. That's all for now.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. If you look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. Holiday with it. Gasol covering. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Pope loose. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Morris against Antetokounmpo. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. He's got 14.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Morris into the lane. Lopez with the block.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Morris kicks it over to Schroeder. Kicks it out to James. He feeds it to Gasol. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
Antetokounmpo. Lopez passes to Giannis. Back to Lopez. Another shot. He can't get that one to fall. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. To the middle, the Bucks working the ball around. Here's DiVincenzo. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Morris finds Caldwell Pope. The three. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Middleton with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Gasol sends it back.
Love how Gasol patrols the court, always on the lookout to reject a shot.
Here's Schroeder. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. For Los Angeles, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
DJ Wilson, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Fires from the line. Out to Kuzma. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Augustine passes to Portis. To the left wing, here is Forbes. Here's Craig. Here's Portis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Speaking of Bobby Portis, he's going to fight, he's going to scrap, he's going to give you maximum effort every night.
And so he hits both. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. Schroeder kicks to Caruso. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turned things around.
Pass to Augustine. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Milwaukee. Just 4 to shoot. Craig passes to Forbes. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Portis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
Kuzma against Wilson. Kuzma kicks to Caruso. Back to Kuzma. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Portis.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
The shot missing, and it's the Lakers the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. To the paint, intercepted. Pass break, the Lakers. Kuzma with the ball. He can't get that one. To the wing on the left. Back to Forbes. Tries from 16. That shot off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one.
Hey, we got a lot of good looks.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Bucks leading by 15. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And here's Matthews for the 3. Drops in the tray.
And he is not shy about pulling the trigger from downtown. Matthews has the eye and the confidence from three-point range that you just love to see.
Knocked away. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. That one drops for him.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. To the inside. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Down low. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. Trying to get open is DiVincenzo. And it's good for 2. Giannis has got 4 this quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Outside Matthews. The pass to Harrell. Good D by Lopez.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Inside, DiVincenzo. It's good. DiVincenzo's got his first bucket of the night.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
It's good. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Now Lopez. Kicks it to Antetokounmpo. In the corner, Middleton with it. And a miss there on the triple.
Can you believe it? He's missed every shot he's taken. Yet this team still continues to hold the lead. That's just his first turnover of the night. What a steady, efficient game he's played thus far.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Here's LeBron and the dunk by James.
You can't give a steamroller like LeBron that kind of opening. He'll bury you every time.
Giannis outside. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
James kicks to Morris. Matthews up top. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bucks.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece. with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know Marc Gasol's brother Powell, he was a top 3 pick. Mark fell to the second round and had to work for everything he's achieved.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Jared Dudley's checked in for Markieff Morris. Alfonso McKinney comes in for LeBron. And it's Alex Caruso in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Caruso, the pass to Jones. To the middle. Caruso, no good. Left side, Portis. Here's Wilson. It's off. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
Is on his way to the championship game in the My Team Unlimited tournament. Ty Debo, welcome to 2K TV once again.
Hey, thanks for having me. Always a pleasure.
All right, so last year, you lost to Ginsanity. You come back with determination. You're a favorite in this tournament, and you had one tough road. Not only did you have to go through fierce competitors, but you had to go through people like defense to offense and even facing last year's champion, Jomar. So what was your feeling on this tournament as you were going through all these competitors?
Downtown Los Angeles. We welcome you to Najee Enabi. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you very much.
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Now here's Schroeder. Morris outside. Pass to Caldwell Pope. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
I mean, and there's really no excuse for it. They know they need to play more in control.
There's 3-pointers off the mark. Here's the Lakers with the ball. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
I mean, I flat out, I thought they looked overmatched. I mean, I thought they lacked aggressiveness and heart out there.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ball game. And George kicks to Leonard. Trying to get open is Ibaka. LeBron with the block.
Love watching James dominate on defense. An impressive protection artist.
George against Caldwell Pope. The shot by George, no good. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
I mean, he struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Leonard on the wing. James covering. And stolen by James.
Intelligent defense. He reads the play. Gets himself in the perfect position to come up with the steal.
Stolen by George. Passes to Beverley. Fires for 3. And James pulls it down.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from you.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Here's George following the bucket by the Lakers. The shot, no good. Caldwell Pope passes to Morris. James looking it over. He feeds it to Gasol. Chalk up 2 there. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day 1 when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Right side, Williams. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Morris outside. Pass to George. 5 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
Kuzma kicks to Caruso. Ball's knocked loose, taken away by Williams. And here we go. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Williams. And it's 6 points for Paul George.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Offensive rebound. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Now, here is George. And there's the pass to Kennard. George against Schroeder. Pocket 6. Back to George. Morris passes to Zubats. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Backed by an aggressive offensive mindset, Kuzma attacks the rim with force.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. He kicks it to Morris. Williams scanning the floor. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And just a fluid offensive talent with really a knack for getting to his spots. Williams so hard to keep up with.
Here's Caruso. And that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Lakers on top. They lead by 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his...
The way he plays defensively, you know what he's...
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former defensive players of the year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early, aggressive mind state. I love their approach so far.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Morris, Reggie Jackson out there with Williams. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Zubats in at the center position. Harrell the pass to Horton Tucker. Schroeder against Williams. 2 seconds left. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
Shots good by Kennard.
Well, you can't leave somebody that wide open when Jackson's running the show. Reggie will find him every time.
Harrell high post. Back to Schroeder. To the paint. Nice move. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Morris. Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Now, here's Beverley. 17 points for him last game against Washington. Outside Leonard, beyond the arc. That shot off. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. James, the pass to Caruso. On the wing, Morris. Guarded by Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Caldwell Pope. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Batum. Left side, Leonard. Pass to Beverley. Back to Leonard. Sweet little floater.
And we've seen Leonard's ball handling improve over the years, especially in the pick and rolls where he has grown to be very effective.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. Marc Gasol's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Paul George, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Love watching James show off his muscle. No one getting in his way. The D can't stop him.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jay. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing. And if you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Outside for George. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard, no luck.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Caruso, the pass to Morris. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. It's deflected.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot blocking.
Lakers leading by 5. Floats it up for James. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, what a crazy connection right there. James knowing when to fly towards the rim. Amazing at completing these alley-oops.
George looking over the floor. To halt the run, and Gasol sends it back. And it's the Lakers on the break. Caldwell Pope for 3. Doesn't go that time. And the Clippers will come the other way.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Leonard on the wing. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
George passes to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. LeBron against Leonard. Three-pointer. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Jumps up. He gets it up. And so it's LeBron James making things.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They played very good basketball in the second quarter. The scoreboard tells the story as their lead.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. It's been a clinic out there by James.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. In the corner, Ibaka with it. From deep. Cans it from downtown. Ibaka's got the first bucket of the third here for the Clippers. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
James against Leonard. Leonard with the steal. Knocked loose. Outside for George. Leonard against James. Rejected by Gasol.
You got to be wary of Gasol. I mean, he's good at using his length to turn away shots.
Good work there as it goes. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. George against Caldwell Pope. Now here is George. He's guarded closely, and the layup falls. George has got 8.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. Here's Leonard. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Lakers in the lead. LeBron with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Batum against LeBron. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Now, whether he's driving, posting up, firing from deep, you know LeBron has it all. He's been a fantastic evening for him.
Beverly against Schroeder. Left side, Leonard. 6 to shoot.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Morris kicks it over to Schroeder. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside for George. Leonard looking around. Lets it go from deep. Again, Leonard missing.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Lakers working the ball around now. For 3, Caldwell Pope. They get it again.
Gasol is the kind of guy, I mean, if you forget about him, he's going to make you pay. Nice work on the offensive glass.
Here's George. It's good. George has got 4 points this quarter.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Schroeder against Beverly. Takes the 13-footer. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Now Schroeder. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. Batum inside the three-point line. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Caldwell Pope with it. George picks him up. Back to Caldwell Pope. Morris outside. Unloads from 9. Caldwell Pope kicks it over to Schroeder. Shoots over Batum. A second chance effort. And Gasol gets it to go.
Showing the muscle. Gasol skilled at powering through the contact and finish.
7-second difference. Shot and game clock. George dishes to Ibaka. The shot's good on the assist by George. And it's 7 points for Serge Ibaka.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol. Caldwell Pope outside. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Lakers lead by 6.
And it's inexcusable when you don't box out Gasol. He's too big of a threat to dunk misses in.
The third quarter comes to a close. Lakers lead by 6. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Williams. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Kennard in at the 3, the small forward. From deep, LeBron. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Here's Jackson. Passes it to Kennard. Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Now here's Williams. Defense right on him. Good on the bucket. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Kuzma passes to Harrell. Nice move. Great D that time from Leonard.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Morris kicks to Leonard. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth.
And they've controlled the glass throughout this game, but it's still close.
Over to the left wing. Pass to LeBron. Tipped away. And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
And such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing possibly. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
James with it. To the inside. Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
Clippers trail by 6. Now here's Leonard. Over in the corner, Zubac. The drive by James. Out to Kuzma. In the corner, it's James. Puts up a 3. Harrell. Great positioning on the putback.
Bam! Harrell flying to the hoop. Always giving max effort.
Leonard on the wing. Shot from 12. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting his mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
Earl high post. Down low. Caruso kicks to Kuzma. Jacks up a 3. The Clippers grab the miss. There's 1:17 left here in the fourth quarter. Back to Williams. And here's Leonard. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Paul George is checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. James wide open. Buries it from 3-point range.
James never ceases to amaze me. Unlimited range. What a game. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Outside Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. George, no good. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but it just wasn't enough. I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive glass.
And the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. Schroeder passes to Horton Tucker. Fires the three. LeBron can't get it to go. On the wing, George. No good there. And so the Lakers take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber.
about as well as I could have.
You talked about this on your YouTube channel, that these games were a lot closer than the final outcome kind of showed. So for you, what do you think your key was to your success through the tournament?
I'm confident.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. It's Friday night and live on DA.
Hey, Kevin.
There's been a transformation here in LA. There is no doubt about that. DA, thank you. Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Baca is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. Now here's Beverley. Batum passes to Beverley. No good with the triple. Here's Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Greg, tonight's game, like so many, could come down to the three-point shooting. There are debates as to whether that style alone can win you a championship. What do you think?
You know, there will never be a substitute for balance, but I just think with the evolution of the skill that we see in our game, the coaches and players being so smart, you do want to keep the opponents guessing, but let's face it, the three-point shot is here to stay. It's really simple math. 3 is more than 2.
Now Lopez. Paul George missing from long range. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Lopez. Stolen by George. And here we go. Beverley heading to the hoop. Pulls up. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverley.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Giannis drives in, and it goes down 2 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's George. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game.
I love the activity. George is not just a perimeter player, folks. You can depend on him down low, too.
Here's Holiday. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And it's blocked. They get it back. Here's DiVincenzo. The Clippers grab the miss. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, they seem to be forcing things out there, trying too hard, pressing. When you do that, the turnovers pile up quickly.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Inside. Lopez outside. Over Beverley. And that one's good by Lopez.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
Here's DiVincenzo. Following the score by Serge Ibaka, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. So, for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Now here's Giannis. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go.
You know, that kind of unselfishness, guys, from Augustine is really infectious. It
especially when it's coming from your point guard.
The three. Trains the three-pointer.
He's one of the guys they don't mind taking the three in transition when he's that open. He's lethal out there.
George passes to Leonard, and the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That is his first foul of the game. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for George. The Bucks also with the sub. Forbes checked in. Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against Washington.
Love the decision-making here. I mean, Sweet Lou knows he can beat his guy to the spot and then takes it strong.
Augustine looking around. To the middle. Here's Portis. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Now here's Williams. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And that does it for the first quarter. Bucks lead by 5. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was asked.
For me personally, I just want.
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Kennard is out there with Morris. And there's Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Williams at the guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Connaughton. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And it's the Clippers with the ball after the basket by Milwaukee. Passes to Kennard. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Kennard's got 5.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Portis trying to free himself. Augustine, that's good. He's got 5.
Well, I tell you what, for Augustine being as small as he is, he's crafty and he's stronger than he looks, which allows him to finish through tough defense.
Now here's Williams. Morris kicks to Williams. Williams double team. Clippers moving the ball around. Zubac the pass to Morris. 4 on the clock. Zubac in the post. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Augustine. Portis, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 4.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Now here's Williams. Morris outside. And he overshot that one, missing. Milwaukee leading by 4. To the inside. Here's Craig. Here's Forbes. Offline with his 3. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Yeah, you know, that differential jumps off the page to me. And whether it's more disciplined defense or more aggressive offense, they've got to look to flip that script tonight.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Milwaukee.
with the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Now here is Holiday. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Middleton the pass to Lopez. 2 points. That one goes. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Here is Williams following the basket by Giannis. Williams passes to Kennard. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Now here's Lopez following the miss by Lou Williams. And that one's good by Lopez. And now it's an 8-point Bucks lead.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Williams with the ball. Now the pass to Morris. Out to the right wing. Beverly finds Morris. The Clippers need to get off a shot. No good from Zubac.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a... That's all for now.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Middleton. Hits the target from 18 feet. Middleton's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks.
Yeah, you know, when you shoot the ball as well as Middleton does, you want to be hungry in looking for your shots. I mean, shot hungry is a good thing when you've got the stroke that he has, mid-range and long distance.
Now, here is George. Ibaka dishes to Beverly. In the corner, it's Morris. George way outside. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee leading by 10. Here's Giannis. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression.
Here's Middleton. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Middleton drives in, and he comes up with the deuce. Middleton's got 4 this quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
George against Holiday.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Kennard's shot is off. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to 14, getting a little bit closer on the bucket from Paul George. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. DiVincenzo kicks to Giannis. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
George looking around. 1:57 left in the third quarter. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Milwaukee also making some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the basket is good. Antetokounmpo's got 12 in the game.
And it's easy to see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight. He can flat out dominate games at times.
George passes to Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
1:16 left in the third. Holiday, the pass to Portis. Yes, that goes in.
Man.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Antetokounmpo inside. He's guarded by Williams. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And Augustine kicks to Connaughton. From outside, off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
The Clippers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's Williams. He has 5. George, that's a 2-pointer. Misses the jumper. Antetokounmpo kicks to Forbes. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. Shoots over Zubac. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Lou Williams. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. Here's Williams after the basket by Milwaukee. Outside, George. Lets it fly. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, nice vision that time displayed by George off the screen and roll.
DiVincenzo passes to Portis. Lopez right side. Portis kicks to DiVincenzo. Bucks passing it around. Kicks it down to Middleton. 3 on the clock. Portis. No good there. And the Clippers will come the other way. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley comes in for Williams. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers trail by 10. And Batum kicks to George. Ibaka outside. The tray. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Middleton outside. Over Beverly. Shots good by Middleton. And the Bucks lead by 12.
Man, I tell you what, Middleton does a nice job using his length inside. You know, when he gets in a good spot, he's a high percentage shooter from there.
Now, here is George. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. To the paint, and the dunk by Giannis.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates, too.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now, here is George. He's tightly guarded. Looking to get back on track here. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I like how George looks for contact. He kind of seeks it out. He doesn't back away from the hard physical contact. He knows he's going to get a chance to get to the line when he does take the contact.
Drew Holiday, he's checked in for the Bucks.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. That shot missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. That one goes. Count it.
And not entering the league as a natural catch-and-shoot guy, Ibaka certainly has developed this part of his game.
Giannis drives in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Zubats is checked in for Serge Ibaka.
And though he's still young, Giannis Antetokounmpo is already elite. I mean, his athleticism and length, really hard to contain.
And here's George for 3. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Bucks.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And they're going to close them out here for the second time this year. This gives them a season series lead of 2-0 with just one game left to play against the Clippers.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Giannis.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Now here's Leonard. Back to George. Fires for three. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
So no problem for Milwaukee. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
Were you looking at plugging in Lonzo from the offensive standpoint or the defensive standpoint in the lineup?
I would say more than anything, just me being comfortable offensively dribbling with him. It's like Luka just came out on Friday, I believe, right? And so that's a short turnaround. You don't have that much time to play with him. And so I played maybe 2 competitive games with him, and I'm not that comfortable with him. Luka's probably the better player, but I'm not as comfortable. So just as far as just my comfort level with Lonzo was a lot better off than Luka Doncic.
Which
Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of... And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point. And the dunk by Lopez.
A great floor awareness as Antetokounmpo has a sense for when the D has overcommitted or shifted his way, and then he finds where his teammate is open on the floor.
Now here's Gasol. Schroeder right side. Lopez with the steal. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
Midway through the season, are teams, Brent, still trying to find their identity and evolve, or is it just a matter of building on what you've already got?
I think at this point you already know what you got, Kevin, and so what you want to do, I want to be the best at what it is that I can do, and that's where I think coaching staffs are focused right now.
Now here's Gasol following the shot by Drew Holiday. James with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Free throw line jump shot. LeBron with it. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now here is Holiday. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Memphis. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
That's a show of strength from Holiday. Certainly looks like he got hit as well, but he possesses the focus necessary to sink the shot.
Here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 28-point game against Sacramento.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And it's the Lakers on the break. LeBron passes to Schroeder. Left side Gasol. The 9-footer's on the mark. Gasol's got his second bucket of the night.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Holiday goes in, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Marc Gasol. Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Bobby Portis is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Here's Horton Tucker. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Kuzma against Portis. Lopez kicks to Portis. Augustine looking around. Back to Portis. Inside. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
There's the pass to LeBron.
Wow. Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
Now here is Augustine. Tight defense on him. Portis, the pass to Craig. Over LeBron. Second chance shot. Nice shot by Portis.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Kings.
Yeah, Kevin, a ton of tension in that one. The fans were kind of on the edge of their seat right up until the end. And I tell you what, those are the kinds of games you love to be a part of, but man, do you hate to lose.
Harold did everything he could there to try to get the and one opportunity. Let's see if he can knock down some free throws.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now here is Augustine. Not a lot of room. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And the first one drops. He hits both from the stripe.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Passes it to Caruso. 16 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Harrell finds James. Back to Harrell. Clock is at 3. Can't cash in from close range.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Bucks lead by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer.
The biggest area of growth would definitely be.
Now, having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. We've got DJ Augustine, and it's Portis in at the center, locking down the middle. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got 6.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Horton Tucker. Fires at the elbow. That shot misses. And Milwaukee the other way now. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Portis kicks to Forbes. Right wing. Shoots the 3. To the right side. Tries yet again. And the rejection by Harrell. Lakers trail by 7. LeBron passes to Horton Tucker. James in the post. Harrell kicks to Caruso. Misses the 3. The Bucks have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Forbes the pass to Portis. From deep. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
LeBron James, here's the report, Kevin. Still athletic.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Milwaukee. Leading by 5. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Horton Tucker. Out to Kuzma. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Harrell. Here's Caruso. 1:56 left in the first half. The pass to Horton Tucker. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Takes a 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Down low, here's Caruso. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Caruso's got his first points in this one. Here's Augustine. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. To the middle, here's Portis. And James pulls it down. Lakers trail by 6, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's...
Oh! Yes, sir. I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Lakers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Caldwell Pope against DiVincenzo. Caldwell Pope dishes to Gasol. Morris outside. Pass to Caldwell Pope. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Giannis. Bucks leading by 8.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
The shot by Holiday, no good. And so it's Milwaukee holding on to. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. And that's...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Bobby Portis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at him.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So the Lakers 5 right now. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
From deep, Gasol. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Lakers trail by 13. Schroeder outside. Now the feed to Gasol. To the inside. Stolen by Holiday. Schroeder against Lopez. He kicks to Middleton. Top of the key. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Lopez has got his second basket of the night.
Good size and the ability to carve out space. Lopez battling on the rebound.
James in the post. Defended by Middleton. James, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Lock at 6. Poked away. Stolen by Middleton. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Gasol finds Morris. Gasol inside. Lopez is there. Here's Schroeder. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Bounce pass, Holiday. Back to Giannis. Good work defensively by Morris. Lakers trail by 17. Lakers working the ball around now. Back to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Morris. On the wing, James. Ball's knocked loose. And finished off by LeBron.
There you go. I mean, this is the time to get aggressive. I mean, they need to keep feeding him the basketball.
Schroeder with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, there's no stopping LeBron right there. He's done that thousands of times.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Harrell comes in for Marc Gasol. And Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for Markieff Morris. Portis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
LeBron up top, defended by Middleton. LeBron against Portis. James, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Middleton right side. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Portis. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Portis has got 10 points in the game.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Feeds it to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
There's no way that LeBron James is not going to come in and dictate the tempo of this game. Just keeps his eyes up and drops a nice dime there.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. That three off the mark. It's Schroeder with the drive. And there it is for him. Schroeder's got his first points of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Down low. Shot's good by Middleton. Middleton's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Schroeder, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Milwaukee holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Bucks. E.J. Augustine out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Bobby Portis. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Connaughton in at the 3. Giannis inside. And the dunk by Giannis.
Well, not only being just an all-around more improved player, Giannis has taken some huge strides in terms of building his body up.
The Lakers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. And last season we saw the NBA All-Star Game introduce a target scorer, Greg, to end the game and instead of running out the clock. Did you like that, and would you widen its use?
No question it's being looked at maybe for overtimes or tournament games. You know, Adam not shy about exploring new ideas. And I got to be honest, going into the All-Star game, I wasn't a fan of the proposed changes.
Me too.
But once you saw it all play out, I have to say I was entertained. And I applaud the commissioner and the players in the league for buying in. And I think the fan experience was made all the more better.
Good point. It's stolen by Morris. He's all alone. Caruso, the pass to Schroeder. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Bucks. Over to the wing. Here's Connaughton. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Lakers trail by 19. Now Schroeder. Harrell kicks it over to Schroeder. Harrell trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Well, Schroeder likes to drive first. Now establishing the shoot first confidence. Love watching him rise up immediately after the catch.
Here's Connaughton. And the pass to Augustine. Just 5 on the clock. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers with some changes. Marcus All's checked in for Harrell. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Milwaukee, Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. And Middleton subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Lopez left side. Over Morris. And the Bucks miss again. Lakers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Caruso, no good. Milwaukee leading by 17. Augustine passes to Lopez. Outside, Antetokounmpo.
Come get it, come get it.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Here's Horton Tucker. Giannis grabs the miss. Giannis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Connaughton passes to Lopez. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Lopez serves as an unbelievable case study for someone who changed his game over time. I mean, almost in a season. So specifically, how he added the 3-point shot, it's made him such a valuable asset to this offense.
And Caldwell-Pope gets the basket.
All heart from Caldwell-Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
Caldwell-Pope against Augustine. Here's Connaughton. Back to Augustine. But they recover it. Connaughton passes to Lopez. Goes back up. And that one drops. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bucks.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the 2nd of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Trying to get open is Lopez. Another shot. Passes it to Augustine. Middleton looking it over. They grab their own miss. Here's Antetokounmpo. Again, Giannis missing. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Really most effective when he's in attack mode, and KCP with the athleticism to do it.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
Ty, here's your competitor in the championship.
Yes, sir, Ty. I told you, meet me at the top, baby.
Hey, man, let's get it, man.
So the first big question I have to ask both of you, and I'll start with you, Ty. Who's the bigger trash talker between you two? Because I know you guys have faced off before in the past.
I don't even think it's close, man. I think Splash got the trash talking, man.
I believe it's me.
Coming up next from... Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka, then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And there's Paul George on the assist from Ibaka. Well, great fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Now, here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 28-point game against Sacramento.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. I mean, he didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
Here's George after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Leonard inside, working on James. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Caldwell Pope outside. Schroeder left side. A second chance effort. Out to Morris from outside the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Morris is excellent at cashing in on the catch and shoot. I mean, he's terrific at firing off the pass.
Here's George. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Kings. LeBron with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Batum against James. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
Ibaka, the pass to Beverley. Ibaka. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
And it's Schroeder missing.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Now here's Schroeder. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Leonard finds Beverley. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. The pass to Leonard. Five on the clock. Wide open look. And the jumper falls for him.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now, here is Morris. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. And Morris throws it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. George against Caldwell Pope, and the shot goes in.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. We saw him with 10 points last game. Three-pointer. Batum grabs the miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
George, no good. The Lakers in the lead. And it's the Lakers on the break. Schroeder leading the charge. And there's Caldwell Pope. That's good on the assist by Schroeder.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Ibaka, whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
At times in his career, Ibaka has looked out of control when forced to finish through defenders. That time keeps his poise and reaps the benefits.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Williams kicks to Morris. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. From the arc. Offensive rebound. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
Yep, that one goes in there. James has got his second basket of the game.
Oh, you can't give James a lane to the basket. He's exceptionally quick at attacking on the drive.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Lakers lead by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwbacks.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Harrell, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 2 spot.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Williams after the basket by Montrezl Harrell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA, just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that field, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And that one is good from Zubac.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
James in the post. Kennard covering. And James gets it to go.
So many of his points have come from within inches of the bucket. I mean, he lives to attack the rim.
Here's George. From 16 feet away, he cans it. George has got 6 points.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Here's Horton Tucker. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kuzma passes to Harrell. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
To the middle. Zubac finds George. Now Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against Washington. The shot by George, wide open. That one, no good.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Here's Horton Tucker. He's guarded by Williams. Offensive rebound. Pass to Caruso. James has a two-pointer, and it's good off the back rim and in. LeBron's got 4 points this quarter.
Now, James loves pulling up immediately off the pass. You can't give him any breathing room, even when the pass is coming his way.
And a deep three from George, and it's George again missing. Lakers leading by 5. It's James atop the key, and James throws it down.
And if you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
Outside Williams. 1:41 left in the first half of basketball. The three from George. That doesn't go either for George.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Here's Horton Tucker. Defended by George. Right at the free throw line. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
Here's Caruso. He's guarded by Williams. And Harrell slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's George. He's got 8. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
James looking around. Pass to Caruso. Back to James. Uses the glass to finish the layup. James has got the lead up to 9 now for the Lakers.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Here is Williams. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
And that's why he's one of the best two-way wings out there. George will lock you down.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, and LeBron now late in his career. And
we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. George dishes to Leonard. Back to George. For 3. That shot off the mark. And the Lakers take it the other way.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
James kicks to Gasol. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Clippers trail by 9. George looking around. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Now here's James. He's got 12. Gasol with it. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look. And see where Kentavious Caldwell-Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, GA. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. Tries to do more with less touches now. And that's the mindset you need to have playing with stars going for a championship.
Stolen by George. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Morris. Here's the break. Kicks it out to James. Gasol on the high post. Shot clock at 6. Morris passes to Gasol. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's George. Yep, that one goes. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
James has a 2-pointer. And the Lakers with another miss. Clippers trail by 3. Leonard looking around. A rebound by the Lakers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Oh, fantastic vision. I mean, Bron always cognizant of everyone around him.
Now, here is George. He's got 14. 11 feet away. Connects. The jumper drops. George has got 16 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
LeBron dishes to Gasol. Back to James. From deep three-point range, the Lakers get it back in a new 14. And he makes that one. And the Lakers lead by 5.
Sheer determination. I mean, Gasol hustles to the ball. He converts off the miss.
Caldwell Pope against George. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. LeBron's got 4 rebounds in this game. Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol. Lakers working the ball around now. From past the arc. For 3, Caldwell Pope gets the 3-pointer to fall. 7 points in the game.
And Caldwell Pope can be a volume 3-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the third. Leonard with no one around. And the 3 off target. Shooter passes to Morris. Leonard against James. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to James. And here's Morris for 3. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. There's 14 seconds left here in the third quarter. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Kuzma. Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Kyle Kuzma. He's out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Schroeder in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Leonard.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
And when the game is tight, you can see why they go to him. And by the way, where was the defense on that play?
And here's Jackson. Passes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. This one for 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Harrell's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Here's Williams. After the basket by Montrezl Harrell, Morris finds Leonard. Back to Morris. Outside Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. Morris has got his first bucket in this one.
You really admire how fierce Morris is on the glass. He never gives up on keeping the next possession alive.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Now the pass to Zubac. Leonard against Kuzma. Unloads. And it's Leonard missing. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. George is checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. He had a nice open look right there.
All that practice on the positioning and timing of the catch and shoot paying huge dividends for Ibaka.
Here's Caruso, defended by Beverley. Harrell dishes to Schroeder. Paul George with the steal. And here comes Leonard, leading the fast break. Caruso grabs the miss. Lakers leading by 6. Here's Schroeder, and it's sent back by George. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That'll be his second foul of the game. Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Back to Beverley. George against Caldwell Pope. Right side George. Outside Leonard. Looking to get it going. A rebound by the Lakers. James has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Gasol. Lakers passing it around. Back to LeBron. Kicks it out to Schroeder. And again, the Lakers no good. Clippers trail by 6. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Here's George. No good on the shot. And it's the Lakers the other way. Fast break. The Lakers. Pass to James. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Clippers shooting 43% from the field. To the paint. Releases. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
And really, Batum just finds a way to knock down these clutch shots. His poise is simply incredible.
Morris passes to LeBron. Caldwell Pope for 3. And the Lakers with another miss.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
George, no good. Now here's James. He kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Morris outside. Back to Caldwell Pope. Misses and the dry spell continues.
Can't waste any time here.
And you're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters.
And guys, George puts pressure on an opponent at both ends of the court. Lockdown D at one, aggressive to get his own at the other.
And George drops them both.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession game.
Morris kicks to LeBron. Shoots over Leonard. Can't hit from the elbow. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
I can't wait for this series on March 6th. I know the whole community is going to be tuned in to watching you two compete. Thank you so much. Congratulations and best of luck in the
Up next. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Paul George.
And, guys, this effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. They'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Ibaka, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the small forward. A three-pointer is right on target. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players. But you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Finished off the break. George has got 5.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heel.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Wasted no time on that one.
Yeah, you know, when you shoot the ball as well as Middleton does, you want to be hungry in looking for your shots. I mean, shot hungry is a good thing when you've got the stroke that he has, mid-range and long distance.
Now here is Ibaka. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. The Bucks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Antetokounmpo inside. Defended by George. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
When he's on the floor, Antetokounmpo makes good things happen inside. I mean, he's got so much size and skill. A lot for the defense to try to contend with.
Leonard, no luck.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Kicks it down to Middleton. And the shot is good.
Man, I tell you what, Middleton does a nice job using his length inside. You know, when he gets in a good spot, he's a high percentage shooter from there.
Now, here's George. He's got 5. Ibaka drawing the double team. On the wing, Batum. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Clippers with the ball. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. It's a 3-point game. Giannis inside. Ibaka on him. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
George against DiVincenzo.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Here's Holiday. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
The pass to Batum. Back to George. They need this one. And that's 2 points on the layup. George has got 7.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Over Ibaka. And 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Outside Jackson. Always going up for the alley-oop here, and the dunk by Zubac.
Now, this is what his coaches like to see. Jackson making an effort to distribute the ball in that situation.
Now here is Augustine. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Right wing, there's the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks, that one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Yeah, you know, that differential jumps off the page to me, and whether it's more disciplined defense or more aggressive offense, they've got to look to flip that script tonight.
Don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Here's Craig. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Got it up. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Bucks lead by 3. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how
everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Reggie Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Williams. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Outside Holiday. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Thursday, they'll host the New York Knicks. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Washington Wizards.
And you know, for that matchup with Washington, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Zubac the pass to Williams. Outside for Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Morris against DiVincenzo. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. Back to Kennard. Outside Williams. Kennard the pass to Williams. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Zubac. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Bucks leading by 3. And Antetokounmpo inside. Covered by Morris. DiVincenzo with it. No points in the game yet for him. Basket counts. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie?
Oof.
Well,
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know,
That
Kawhi's
is.
got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Well, I'm going to agree with you. For three, Middleton. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Giannis has got the lead up to 5 now for Milwaukee.
You know, Antetokounmpo, for all of his skills and talent, he's a worker. This guy likes to grind and takes a lot of pride in outworking people on the board. Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Williams looking around. Pass to Zubac for the 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Milwaukee leading by 5. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Holiday against Williams. To the middle. No good from Zubac.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This gives us the chance to view the best three-point shooting teams this season. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The Clippers, number 1. In 4th, the Bucks.
And the shooting display both these teams have put on this season has been remarkable. I mean, there are just three-point shooters all over the floor.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Bobby Portis. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Leonard inside. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
Kicks it out to Giannis. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. 51 seconds left in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Craig. Here's Giannis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And really, Antetokounmpo never stops attacking. I mean, he's always in attack mode. He really forces the defense's hand. He keeps pressure on him at all times.
35 seconds left to play in the first half.
Right there.
Now, here is George. Guarded closely. The shot's good.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range score.
Here's Giannis. And the layup's good off the glass. Giannis has got 12 points now in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Nobody near George. Misses the 3. Here's Connaughton. And Forbes has it in the corner. Connects from three-point range. And it's a 12-point Bucks lead.
Well, this is the strength and forte of
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 16 points. And that does it for our half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. We've got DJ Augustine, and it's Craig in at the 4. Back to Lopez. It's stolen by Ibaka. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Augustine. Outside Leonard. Lopez with the block.
Great timing on Lopez's part there to swat down that attempt.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Augustine against Beverly. Lopez dishes to Augustine. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Torrey Craig. Chris Middleton comes in for Ben Connaughton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Brent Forbes. And it's Holiday in for Augustine. Leonard kicks to Beverly. 4 on the clock. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo.
And it's easy to see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight. He can flat out dominate games at times.
Clippers trail by 12. George looking over the floor. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind, man. He knows what he's talking about.
Kick out to Giannis. 1:57 left in the third quarter.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Leonard on the wing. Back to Williams. Pass to George. Back to Williams. Outside for George. Shot clock at 2. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. On the wing, Giannis. Lays it up and banks it in. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bucks.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
They get the rebound. Out to Morris. Here's the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Got a piece of it. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up, and Morris throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And Antetokounmpo schemes it in.
And I tell you, it's ridiculous how much space Antetokounmpo covers in just 2 strides. I mean, the way he handles himself going to the basket, man, it is one sight to see.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Leonard, the pass to Zubac, lets it fly from 18. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
A pull-up. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the...
And so it's Milwaukee in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll return shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Baca is out there with Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Outside Leonard. Up again, and Ibaka is right there.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Ibaka against Holiday. Outside Portis. Lays it up off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 11.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
That one goes in.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
And Holiday kicks to Forbes. Passes it to Portis. To the left side wing. Just 5 on the clock. Connaughton passes to Portis. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. And Giannis throws it down hard.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
Outside Batum. Leonard looking over the floor. Tries from 16. Rebound Milwaukee. Giannis has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Middleton against Beverly. Middleton on the wing. Lopez passes to Middleton. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 11. Leonard on the wing, covered by Giannis. And here's Holiday. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Puts it up. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Leonard. At the tip, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Batum's got it back down to single digits for the Clippers.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
Baca against Lopez. The shot by Middleton, wide open. From outside, off the mark. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Bucks with some changes. DJ Wilson comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Drew Holiday. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Lou Williams. Milwaukee leading by 9. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Giannis is double. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. 51 seconds left in the game. Connaughton. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Now George. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Milwaukee with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Giannis outside. Back to Connaughton. A 3 ball. The shot by Wilson, no good. Now here's Batum. Here's Beverly. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And Beverly is a tricky player. I mean, somebody who has so many different shots to choose from.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offense.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.